Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to be covering everything a beginner Taekwondo student needs to know in order to learn their first form, Taegeuk Il-Jang. Stick around till the end because we're going to be doing that form at the end of this video. Before we get started, let's make sure there's nothing around you that you can break and that you don't break yourself. Let's get moving. Next, we're going to be doing some Taekwondo style jumping jacks. Watch first. That's one. Let's get going. Next, we're going to do 10 stretch kicks on each side, starting with this leg. Here we go. Now let's switch. Nice job. Next, we're going to begin our instruction on beginning Taekwondo techniques. Here we go. Let's begin with how to make a fist. A lot of people don't know this. When you first start out at a martial arts school, that's one of the very first things you're going to learn is how to make a fist. So let's go over that now. Put your hands in front. We're going to close each hand like this, and we're going to lock it shut. This is the way to make a fist, and it is the only way to make a fist to hit something without hurting yourself. If you ever do get to the point where you are actually hitting things, make sure that this is nice and straight. If there's any bend up or down, all of that force from your strike is going to stay in your wrist and damage your wrist. So let's work on the first technique you're going to learn here today. Let's put one foot forward, have our arms up, close our fist nice, and here we go. We're going to learn to jab, okay? This is going to be our first strike. We're going to punch forward and pull back. I'm going to go to the side a little bit so you get a good view. Here we go. Nice. Now let's do the other hand. I'm going to face this way now. You might notice that I cut my arms up during that whole thing. That's called my guard, and I want to keep that up at all times when I'm practicing. Now, you also probably noticed that strike, jab, only use the front hand. That's because jabs only take place using the front hand. This hand is for the jab. The back hand is for the next technique. It's called reverse punch. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to go into a wide stance. In your Taekwondo class, they probably call this horseback riding stance or something similar. We're going to put our fists at our sides. If you want to go lower, that's fine. I like to keep mine up here. We're going to bring one fist out, and you'll notice that it turned. When we do the next one, they're both going to turn. Here we go. Turn it at the last second. And we're going to keep our nice stance, nice bent knees, okay? Here we go. That's 10. Let's do 10 more with a little bit of speed. For the advanced students, use your hip. Get a little bit of push forward on your hip. That side will punch. Watch. Then you're going to do your next side. That's how we do it. Let's get moving. And that's your reverse punch. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to strengthen up our punches. And the best way to do that is to do that one exercise you know and love from your martial arts school, push-ups. So this is how it's going to work. We're going to get on the ground and we're going to do 10 push-ups. After that, we're going to stand up, get into our wide stance, and we're going to do 20 reverse punches. Okay? Let's go. That's one down. Let's get the next one. That's 2 down. 1 left to go. Take a short rest, quick breather. If you need to pause the video at any point, take a break, go right ahead. I have no problem with it whatsoever. Let's get that last set in. Here we go. Nice job. We did 30 push-ups and 60 reverse punch strikes. Way to go. The next thing you need to learn as a student before you learn any kind of pattern is you're going to have to learn how to do your front stance. So let's make sure that you have that right. So here we go. I have these nice grids on the floor. You probably don't have that. That's totally fine. I'm going to use my grid to show you, okay? I'm going to put one foot on my line, and watch this. We're going to move our foot forward. My foot is still on the line. My foot back here is the same. So I pull back. This is your front stance. Now I'm going to put this foot forward. Goes straight forward. Doesn't go to the side at all. Nice and straight. And we pull back. You're going to notice that when you do this step, your back foot's going to turn a little bit, either side. That's totally fine. It's supposed to happen. So now that we have the basics of the front stance down, let's move down, back and forth, across our mat or our carpet, whatever we have, and give it a try and see how it goes. Nice work. We've covered our front stance, and now let's move on to the next technique. Next thing we're going to learn is our low block. So let's get into our front stance that we just learned. And we're going to draw this arm down and pull this one back, okay? And we're going to put our hips straight for this. Ready? Here. We're going to move these at the same time. Nice. Now let's do the other foot. Get into your front stance. Get your arms ready. We're going to do our technique. Nice work. Now, we learned how to punch earlier, both the jab and the reverse punch. So we're going to cover the jab, but doing it from front stance now. So let's find some space and work on our front stance punches. Here we go. Nice work. Let's move on to the next technique. Now that we've done jabs with our front stance, we have to work on our reverse punch from front stance. So let's get in there and get it. Great job. You might have noticed when I turn around, I'm doing a certain move. From here, all you have to do is pull your foot across the back, and then you turn. You can do it the same way from the other side. Check this out. So from here, you move this leg, turn it, and now you're facing the other way. Make sure that when you pivot, you're pivoting on the balls of your feet, because if you do your heel, you'll hurt yourself. Next, we're going to work on a very simple stance that you'll see in some martial arts. This one is called walking stance, or you may hear other names for it like natural stance or something like that. So let's get moving on that. This stance is very simple. It's literally like taking a step forward. So you take a step, and there it is. You're walking. That's why they call it sometimes walking stance. So here you're stepping. Same thing other side. And that's all it is. Very simple, very easy to do techniques from that stance. Nice job. Let's keep moving. The next thing you're going to need to know in order to do your form is middle block. So we're going to go out to in for our middle block, okay? So here we go. At your martial arts school, you probably learned it like this. Arm up like this, and then you pull across and block. If you want to do it that way, that's totally fine. The way I'm going to do it is from here, I'm going to raise up and block like this. Now, we're going to work on it. We're going to do 5 on each side, okay? Here we go. Now let's work on the other side. Now, we've done 5 each side. Let's use our walking stance and walk across the mat or the floor at your house and work on our middle block with the walking stance. Here we go. The next thing we're going to work on is front kick. So we're going to go into a natural walking stance like we did earlier. We're going to start with the front leg just to get some practice in, okay? Let's lift up our leg and get a little bit of balance. Let's do a 10 count just for our balance, okay? Here we go. Nice job. Now we're going to lift up our front leg. We're going to be doing 10 kicks. We're going to be supporting ourselves using our back foot, okay? Here we go. Nice job. Now let's switch legs. We're going to lift up this leg and we're going to balance for 10 seconds. Here we go. Nice job. Now we're going to use our supporting leg. We're going to do 10 front kicks using this side. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to strengthen our kicks. The best way to do that is we're going to do some squats. Here we go. You can leave your arms out. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to do 10 squats. Then we're going to be doing 10 kicks with each foot. We're going to do it from a neutral stance. Here we go. First 10. Nice. Find yourself a natural stance. Thank you so much for watching. You might have noticed during the video that the sound cut out at one point. My microphone died. So, luckily for us, we don't need sound to do martial arts. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and it also lets me know that you want more videos like this one. Have a great day, and keep training.